Right, let's see how quickly we can do this. Okay, we seem definitely to have hit this theoretical limit, and I think I finally understand completely what this is all about. It most definitely has to do with the root systems. You can see here they are greenish, indicating they're probably covered by the algae, and they have not really progressed much since they got to this state. And also I no longer see them turning into the furry uh, variety or texture they did earlier on in their cycle. So as a result, I'm saying maybe this container is definitely not large enough to hold 3, but I expected that from the beginning, so this is actually a surprise that it got so far. What I will attempt to do is to transfer these into the soil downstairs and see if we can continue their growth. However, considering how root systems take a while to grow back, it might have to reverse direction for a while before it can progress, if it even works. But we'll see what happens. We're here in the hydroponic system. The floppiness earlier was notable. However, I found something interesting here. Let's just yank this out a bit. Right, is this the one? Oh no, this one's different. But this one, all of the roots, the new roots, you can see the difference there between the brown ones, old ones, and the new white ones. They seem to be doing alright. Even the ones that apparently were submerged in the water on this one, which is very interesting. It completely counters what I was about to say based on some observations from next door. It's very hard to get these back in without injuring anything. Right, let's go over here real quickly. Here we are. You can see the new roots on the very tips seem to be turning brown, as if they're being burnt by touching the solution or by some other reason. I am not quite clear on what this is. And then I can see here there's one. I don't know if you can. There's one right there. It's definitely submerged in the solution, and yet looks fine. So I'm not quite sure why we have all these variable root problems and differences in how the roots are growing and so on. It's very strange. I mean, both of these plants are growing in the exact same tub. It should be the exact same conditions, and yet they're doing different things. Not quite sure how to make of all this. I think I figured out what is happening with the tomatoes, as well as a combination of the nutrients not being at that great. I believe there's also a definite lack of sunlight. These seem to be a lot more tropical oriented plants. I'll show you that downstairs in a moment. Here's the pH level. I have done no adjustment since, and it has consistently fallen. I'll have to do a calibration to see if that's the real value or not, and also if it is, I will have to start replacing some water with fresh water, perhaps. Try to get the pH back up a bit. 6.5 I think was the optimal level, maybe 6. I have to check that one more time for sweet peppers and see what happens. These guys over here are definitely growing again. I'm guessing the roots finally established themselves and they can now grow the foliage again. Here the carrot seems to be doing alright. Same thing over here. Lettuce is coming along, although the base of that stem does look a little mottled, a bit worrisome. Okay, over here what I did was I transplanted the second plant over here. You can see it's falling over as the root system is now disrupted. Same floppy leaf syndrome. So it's a matter of hoping that the root system re-establishes itself in its new area, and I hopefully wouldn't have to plant another seed there. The two lettuce, they're coming up pretty nice. these two over here are doing very well indeed. There's no mottling of the stem or whitening. I don't know what the difference is here compared to the other one, but well, I guess I have a bag separating the plastic container. Maybe there's plastic leaching in from the other container over here. I'll have to check the other one, like it, and see if there's something similar. Yes, this is the tomatoes here, doing very well. They're closer to the window, seem to be getting more sun, but still not quite as well as downstairs. Again, I'll show you that in a moment. Here, similar thing with the lettuce, no mottling of the stem. It's green all the way to the soil level. And yet again, this one is bagged. Seeing a trend here. These guys are coming up pretty good. This guy's still stuck down here. I'm gonna have to pick out some of those weeds and see if I could dig away some dirt to maybe get it to come through the opening. Alright, let's run down here real quick. Haven't seen it down here in a while, have we? It's been some great progress. And let's see what we got. These are the broccoli. You can see they're looking very nice indeed. Even in the mornings period, when they're normally floppy, it's not so pronounced right now. Although we did have rain and overcast conditions earlier, still do actually just a bit. The sun is overhead shining though. The sage plant. Alright, now for the main event. Look at that. Yeah. Those are some pretty big leaves. Look, this is bigger than anything I've ever seen actually. Amazing. Now, this tomato plant, it is absolutely crazy. It's bigger than anything that I have so far in the way of tomatoes. This guy over here, the observation I've made, he's in the shade most of the day. I think there's only a very brief period in the early morning, perhaps evening, when there's any sun getting there. This guy on the other hand gets full morning sun, gets about 50% overhead, and then a little bit of evening as it filters through the leaves in the trees up here. That's covering over. So yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier about the tomatoes being very tropical plants, and they thrive well in the sun once they've been established and once you don't overdo it, like over here in the corner where this guy went down. So I'm thinking that hydroponic tomatoes will definitely have to be done outside. So until I can build an outdoors system, I think I will remove the tomatoes from upstairs at some point when I have more time and get something else put in there. But this cucumber vine is still very amazing. Even the flowers, you can see here, they're much bigger than upstairs. And oh yes, the rain seemed to have washed away the stuff I sprayed on a couple days ago, and got a bit of a slug attack there. Nothing crazy, that's the only leaf that really suffered any real damage. I'm gonna have to get some more of the cayenne pepper, strain it, spray it on. But yeah, I think that's it for now. Alright, 9 minutes, wow, over and out.